These 10 things are essential to have for a healthy relationship. We are not taught the most important things to look for in a partner and to protect our hearts and honor ourselves. But this is going to change all that, baby. We've been taught to look for partners based on chemistry, not character. We've been taught to look for a six pack over matching values and compatibility. We've been taught to settle for lust instead of waiting for real love. We've been conditioned to just pick the first guy who picks us instead of taking our sweet ass time and choosing for ourselves based on how it feels with him. If we really feel safe, secure, seen, heard, and comfortable to be ourselves. We've been conditioned that it's better to be with someone than to be alone. We've been taught that butterflies are good and boring is bad. Nope, butterflies is actually anxiety, and boring is a sign of peace, which is essential in a healthy relationship. We're taught to idealize love above honoring ourselves and protecting our own hearts, myself included. Women, we just give it away. We give our hearts away and our bodies away so easily to the first guy who looks cute and he tells us we're pretty. You know that list you have of your top 5 to 10 traits that you're looking for in your guy? That's based on physical attributes, his job, his car, his bank account. And I want you to replace it with these. Okay. All those things have to be secondary because we're talking about finding a partner for life who's capable of showing up and giving you what you really deserve. And you're not going to get that by rushing it. It takes time to see someone's character. It takes time to see if you're compatible. You're not going to know after 3 dates if you're truly compatible, if you've met the one. I don't even like that. I think there's multiple partners for everyone. Here's 10 to look for in your forever guy, okay? It's a desire to commit. He's over his ex, he's divorced, not separated, and he has a desire for committed partnership. He's not just, I'm just looking or I'm waiting to see what's out there, okay? And he actually says, I want a committed relationship. He's not floundering on that. Number 2, he can resolve conflicts and issues, okay? So when you bring up an issue, he is present and is able to show up for you. He actually hears your emotions, acknowledges them, and you will know it because you'll feel understood, seen, heard, and cared for when you do bring up an issue. They aren't shoved under a rug. He can work through issues and conflicts with you. So, for example, I had an ex who would, every time I'd bring up a problem, he would justify, explain. He would also say to me, why are you making a big deal out of this? So that's invalidation. And you'll know because how you feel when you bring up a problem. If you don't feel seen, heard, and valued, then that's because you're not seen, heard, and valued. Both of you can compromise to find a win-win outcome. So it's just not one person always giving and the other person taking. Okay. Number 3, healthy and good character. He respects your boundaries, wants, needs, and preferences. And you do the same for him. He has his own life and he includes you in it. And he can be open and say his feelings. He responds to your feelings with care and empathy. He respects that you have your own life too. He is decent, his actions match his words, and he's trustworthy. He has morals, okay? And he knows how to deal with stress and work so that it's balanced. So he's not actually addicted to work or drugs or alcohol or anything like that. So the opposite of this would be someone who's like a serial cheater or a liar. See, they don't have morals or decency or really standards. So that's what you'd want to avoid because we can have a tendency to try to change someone instead of just accepting, okay, he's shown me who he is. I'm going to accept this as who he is, and I'm not going to have it in my life. I'm not going to tolerate, so I have to move on. That's the other one about being available. He's not available. He may say it with his words, but he's not. Okay. I'd pick a cute guy who's trustworthy, honest, and has a backbone who can actually open up and tell me what's actually going on. Okay. Over a 10 who has big muscles, who's light on brain and intelligence, and who can't carry a conversation. All right. Number 4, supportive. He celebrates with you. He's supportive that you have hobbies, a family, friends, and you have interests outside of him. He wants you to be successful and is your biggest fan. I knew a couple that every time that she wanted to do something on her own, like she loved to go work out and have some hobbies on her own. And he would make a big stink every single time that she wanted to go work out. And guess what she did? She stopped working out. She's abandoning her wants, needs, and preferences and the things that make her happy. And the more you do that, you are losing yourself. You will lose pieces of yourself and then realize, I don't even know who the hell I am anymore. And what she should have done is said, okay, this is important to me. I really need your support here. I'm sorry you're sad. I'm going to go to the gym anyways. Okay. And when we come back, we'll watch a movie or whatever, and let him sulk and be a baby instead of giving him his weight. He is a grown damn man. Okay. He ought to be able to handle an hour or two by himself. That was just super needy. And if he couldn't accept that, she should have kicked him to the curb and actually found a man who was high value, high quality, and actually someone who she was deserving of. Number 5, he's honest. His actions match his words. He doesn't just tell you what you want to hear. He means what he says, and he says what he means. Like, oh, isn't that just a breath of fresh air? I love that. I'm sure you've come across someone who's manipulative, who just tells you what you want to hear just so you'd shut up. Okay? Yes, I've come across that. And you see, it's like in their life, there's shades of the truth. They say different things to different people depending on what's happening. And it's insane. Like, how can you keep all that straight in your head? Like, that's just crazy. Okay. That's the opposite of what we're looking for. We're looking for someone who, the truth doesn't come in slices. Okay. They're transparent, they're honest, and because of their history that they're consistently honest. Okay. That means you can trust them. Okay. Responsible. He takes responsibility for his life and for his issues as well. When he makes a mistake, he takes responsibility and accountable. He takes the necessary steps to fix an issue. Number 7, he's kind. Don't underestimate this one. Okay. He shows he cares for you. He doesn't just say it. He shows you. When you're sick, he brings you soup. When you're busy, he tries to make your life easier. And when you're stressed, he tries to lighten your load. Number 8, humble. He's able to apologize and take responsibility for his mistakes. He doesn't make excuses, play the victim, or blame his actions on you or someone else. I've had the experience of being with someone like that. Every time they made a mistake, they were always blaming it on someone else. This person who does it is incapable of actually growing, showing up, and being vulnerable and honest and being able to take correction. You can't grow if you can't take correction. And some people's self-esteem is so low that they can't actually apologize and take responsibility, which I find very sad. Number 9, cares for others. He deeply cares for your feelings and needs, and he does his best to make you happy. It's not all about his wants, needs, preferences, okay? Not only does he take care of himself and his loved ones, okay? You see him also caring for others lower than himself, like waiters, waitresses, homeless people, people who are less unfortunate, okay? Basically, he's not looking down on others and thinking that he's better, okay? Because we're looking for a high quality person, okay? Overall, he treats others with care and decency. Number 10, partnership. He shows up with solutions and puts the time and work in to grow your relationship. He takes time out, not just for issues, but for quality time and dates, and makes you feel truly seen, heard, felt, and loved. He makes himself available to you. Okay? I have a good example of feeling like that your partner just works so damn much. They're basically addicted to their work. And when they do spend time with you, it's almost like you owe them or something because you've had to make such a big deal out of it. So they really don't even want to be there. This person has an unhealthy relationship with work. They hide themselves in work. If you were to say, hey, I want more time with you, they would do it begrudgingly. So they're not making time for you or their relationship. This person wouldn't be available because all they care about is their work. Anybody have any relationship questions or any mental health questions? Please let me know. I respond to all the comments. I've had a pinched nerve in my back for the past week, and it's been a mother effer. That's what's going on in my life. What's going on in your guys' life? I slept wrong and I just woke up. Yep. Thank God for a chiropractor. I haven't been yet, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going because this is a real bitch. Please let me know your comments, suggestions, thoughts, or anything you'd like support with down below. You can become the badass you've always wanted to be, punch fear in the face, and live life on your own terms. Till next time.